Historian Maldris Ecksteins writes this, quote, "Many have claimed to describe it that opening night performance of the Rite of Spring on May 29th of 1913. Their accounts conflict on significant details, but one thing they all agree on: the event provoked a seismic response. Many in the audience were exceptionally elegant that evening as they arrived for the 8:45 curtain. All were excited. For weeks, rumors had circulated about the artistic delights that the Ballet Russe had prepared for the new Paris season. Advance publicity talked of the real art, the true art, an art not confined by space and time. Seat prices had been doubled. There was an air of expectation. This evening, the beau monde was well represented. Against the black and white background of tails and the plush amaranth of the theater decor, tiaras sparkled and silk flowed. In addition to lavishly attired social snobs, there were aesthetic snobs who had come in ordinary suits, some with berets, which were considered a mark of revolt against the stiff toppers and bowlers of the upper classes. Long hair, beards, and mustaches were also in abundance. Of the crowd of aesthetes who attended this and similar events, Cocteau said that, quote, they would applaud novelty at random, simply to show their contempt for the people in the boxes, unquote. In short, a ready-made cheering section was present, prepared to do battle against conservative tradition. Regardless of attire, the audience on that opening night played, as Cocteau noted, quote, the role that was written for it, unquote. And what was that role? To be scandalized, of course, but equally to scandalize. The brouhaha surrounding the Rite was as much in the reactions of the members of the audience to their fellow audience members as to the work itself. The dancers on stage must have wondered at times who was performing and who was the audience, unquote. The agent provocateur who engineered all of this was Serge Diaghilev. There was no guarantee that a riot would occur at the first performance of the Rite of Spring, though Diaghilev did his level best to create a riot by means of savvy advance publicity and ticket distribution. For example, he gave out free seats just behind the high-priced dress circle and very near the boxes to young people who, in exchange for the tickets, were instructed to applaud and cheer no matter what. When the curtain rose and Stravinsky's knock-kneed Lolitas appeared, jumping around like grasshoppers on a frying pan and towing inward rather than outward, that conservative segment of the audience that was prepared to be offended by such a grotesque attack on the beauty and tastefulness of traditional ballet played its role perfectly. They booed. At the same time, the youngsters and the Stravinskyites applauded. And so the battle was joined. Most tellingly, Stravinsky claimed that after the performance, or should we say after the riot, Diaghilev's only comment was on the lines of, exactly what I wanted.